Welcome back, everyone. This week brings an exciting wave of fresh releases across streaming platforms. From gripping dramas and high-octane action flicks to mind-bending thrillers and returning fan-favorite series. If you've been scrolling endlessly trying to find what's new and worth watching, we've done the hard work for you. Get ready as we count down the top 10 movies and TV shows released this week, highlighting the best stories, biggest surprises, and must-watch titles you don't want to miss. Let's dive right in. Number 10. The Asset. The series follows a young police cadet named T who is recruited by Denmark's intelligence service and thrust into an undercover mission to infiltrate a criminal empire that has long eluded capture. She adopts a new identity as a jewelry dealer and enters the world of a ruthless crime boss by befriending his partner, Ashley, as the gateway into his network. As T dives deeper into the assignment, she begins to witness Ashley's harsh reality of living under the crime lord's control and the emotional damage hidden behind the luxury facade. The moral lines start to blur when T's relationship with Ashley becomes more than just professional. The loyalty she pledged to the agency conflicts with the empathy she develops for Ashley and her daughter. Meanwhile, the crime boss's paranoia and the intelligence agency's pressure converge, forcing T to navigate a web of deceit, personal trauma, and institutional demands. In the end, the mission's success comes at a cost. T must decide whether to continue serving the agency or reclaim her own identity, the decision leaving the story in an ambiguous, tension-laden place. You can watch The Asset on Netflix. It premiered globally on the platform on October 27, 2025. Number 9. Mayor of Kingstown's Season 4. In Mayor of Kingstown Season 4, the power vacuum left by the death of the Russian mobster Milo sets off a new gang war as rival factions vie to control Kingstown's criminal underworld. Mike McCluskey, now the de facto mayor of the town, must scramble to protect his family and hold on to influence even as the stakes get more dangerous. A new prison warden, Nina Hobbs, arrives on the scene with a headstrong, uncompromising approach, bringing her into direct conflict with Mike's methods. Meanwhile, Mike wrestles with past traumas, moral compromises, and shifting alliances in both the streets and behind prison walls. Season 4 further explores how power corrodes those who hold it, and how far someone will go to maintain order in a city built on chaos. New arrivals, including Edie Falco, Lenny James, and Laura Benanti, shake up existing relationships and force old loyalties to fracture. You can watch Mayor of Kingstown, including its past seasons and Season 4 when available, on Paramount+. Number 8. Nobody Wants This Season. In Season 2, podcaster Joanne, once an outspoken agnostic, and Rabbi Noah, fresh from their unexpected whirlwind courtship, now face the messy reality of what comes after love. With their honeymoon glow fading, Joanne wrestles with faith, conversion, and identity, while Noah grapples with new expectations from his community and family. Joanne's sister Morgan, previously the sidelined loser sibling, steps fully into her own storyline, forging surprising connections and confronting her romantic life. The couple's relationship is challenged not only by internal doubts and external pressures, but by the arrival of provocative new characters who threaten to upend their dynamic. Witty banter, emotional vulnerability, and cultural and religious friction combine as the series explores what happens when two very different lives merge in messy, all too relatable ways. Ultimately, Season 2 is about what it takes to go from falling in love to building a life together and asking whether the dream is worth the cost. You can watch Nobody Wants This, including Season 2 on Netflix. Number 7. Welcome to Derry. Welcome to Derry is an upcoming supernatural horror series and a prequel to the It films, based on Stephen King's 1986 novel. Set in 1962, the series follows the Hanlon family, a black couple and their son, who move to Derry, Maine, just as a young girl mysteriously disappears. Their arrival coincides with the resurgence of strange and terrifying events in the town. The narrative explores the origins of Pennywise the Dancing Clown, delving into the entity's ancient and malevolent presence in Derry. The series aims to expand upon the lore established in the films, providing a deeper understanding of the cyclical nature of the terror that haunts the town. Bill Skarsgård reprises his role as Pennywise, bringing continuity to the franchise's chilling atmosphere. You can watch it. Welcome to Derry on HBO and stream it on Max. Number 6. The Witcher Season 4. After the continent-shaking events of Season 3, Geralt, Ciri, and Yennefer find themselves scattered and hunted across a war-torn realm where alliances have fractured. Geralt of Rivia must forge a new Hansa, a band of unlikely companions, in order to traverse enemy-held territory and rescue his Child of Surprise. Meanwhile, Ciri, now separated and on the run, finds herself among a group of young criminals known as the Rats, and must decide whether to embrace her destiny or abandon it. Yennefer, cut off from her former power base, must rally mages and rebuild her own strength in order to influence the outcome of the looming apocalypse. New threats arise from a rising villainous force and ancient monsters, forcing each character to confront what kind of legacy they'll leave on the continent. Season 4 also marks a major shift behind the scenes. With a new actor stepping into the role of Geralt, the tone, dynamics, and stakes undergo a refresh while the story barrels toward its endgame. You can watch The Witcher Season 4 exclusively on Netflix. Number 5. The Roses. The film follows Ivy and Theo Rose, a seemingly perfect married couple whose lives tick all the boxes: successful careers, a beautiful home, and children in tow. But when Theo's high-flying architectural career suddenly collapses while Ivy's culinary ambitions begin to soar, the power dynamic between them subtly, and then not so subtly, starts to shift. Behind polished smiles and polite dinners, hidden resentments and competition take root, turning love into a battlefield of sarcasm, sabotage, and emotional one-upmanship. They seek counseling, throw a perfect party in suburbia, go on vacations meant to heal. But the damage runs deeper than either expected, and the full collapse comes with alarming suddenness. As the couple scrambles to salvage their marriage, they find that what they're really fighting for is not each other but their sense of identity, status, and self-worth. In the end, the house, the facade, and the friends become casualties in a war they never admitted they were fighting. Number 4. Hedda. The film follows Hedda Gabler, played by Tessa Thompson, newly married into a genteel but suffocating life, as she attempts to reconcile her privilege and lineage with a profound longing for power, passion, and escape. Set in a lavish 1950s English country estate setting, she hosts a high society party meant to celebrate her husband's ambition. But beneath the champagne and gowns lies a swirling tension of desire, resentment, and buried history. Hedda's former lover, Eileen Loveborg, Nina Haas, arrives on the scene, challenging the marriage, the social order, and Hedda's control over her own narrative. As the night unfolds, Hedda manipulates guests, old flames, and power brokers alike in a dangerous game of identity, agency, and social expectation. Her actions trigger a spiral of betrayal, passion, and violence that upends the facade of civility and forces everyone to confront the darkness beneath. In the end, the film is a bold reimagining of the classic Hedda Gabler play by Henrik Ibsen, asking what it means for a woman to be trapped, to rebel, and to seek her own form of liberation within and against society's walls. Number 3. The Ballad of a Small Player. In this film, Colin Farrell plays Lord Doyle, a once promising lawyer turned compulsive gambler who flees to the neon glare of Macau's casino world after swindling a large sum and falling into ruin. He spends nights on baccarat tables, drinking heavily and hiding from his mounting debts, while trying to maintain the illusion of aristocratic ease. Along the way, he meets Dao Ming, Fala Chen, a casino insider with her own hidden agenda, who offers him a fragile lifeline and maybe a chance at redemption or further downfall. Meanwhile, he is shadowed by the relentless private investigator Cynthia Blythe, Tilda Swinton, determined to expose Doyle's past and force his reckoning. As Doyle sinks deeper into the high-stakes environment, both financially and psychologically, the glamorous facade of the casinos begins to crack, revealing loneliness, obsession, and the blurring line between reality and delusion. The film uses Macau's opulent but alienating setting as a metaphor for Doyle's internal collapse, offering a moody, visually rich gamble on guilt, chance, and the search for identity. You can watch The Ballad of a Small Player on Netflix. It will stream globally from October 29th, 2025. Number 2. A House of Dynamite. The film begins with a seemingly routine morning at the United States Strategic Command in the White House Situation Room, when suddenly an unattributed nuclear missile is detected speeding toward U.S. soil. Government officials, military leaders, and White House staff scramble to identify the source, decide whether to strike back, and manage catastrophic fallout, all while keeping the public in the dark. As minutes tick by, we shift between key perspectives: a missile silo in Alaska, a command center in Pennsylvania, and the president himself under pressure to act. Each layer reveals shaky protocols, flawed interception systems, and deeply human reactions under unimaginable stress. The suspense builds not through explosions, but through the weaponization of process, indecision, and political calculus. In the end, the screen cuts to black just as the president must choose retaliation or restraint, leaving us to ponder if anyone really wins when the house is built on dynamite. You can watch A House of Dynamite on Netflix. The film premiered on Netflix worldwide on October 24th, 2025. Number 1. The Long Walk. The story takes place in an alternate dystopian United States, where a brutal annual walking competition pits dozens of teenage boys against each other. Each participant must maintain a pace of 3 miles per hour on the road. If they drop below the speed or receive 3 warnings, they're executed on the spot. Our central character, Ray Garati, enters the walk hoping for the prize of a lifetime and the fulfillment of a wish, but quickly learns the cost is far greater than he expected. Along the way, he bonds with other walkers, tests loyalties and struggles against exhaustion, despair, and the horrifying normalcy of state-sponsored death. Amid the high-stakes spectacle, the film probes themes of conformity, spectacle youth disenfranchisement, and the survival instinct in a society that treats lives as entertainment. In the end, The Walk forces Ray to decide what winning really means when the rules are rigged and the cost is human.